The next question is, Mayor Riley has been mayor for 9 terms, totaling 36 years. Should term limits be in place for the next mayor? Mr. Farrow.
That was a softball, thank you. Absolutely. There should be executive term limits. What I would do immediately upon becoming mayor and being sworn in, I would introduce a referendum that would put term limits on the mayor. There would be 2 sessions. He'd get 6 years a pop. And, my thought is, if you can't figure out what to do as mayor, if your vision isn't completed in 12 years, it might be time to step aside. Why? People say term limits. No. Elections are term limits. No, they're not. When you've got a heavily entrenched, just bureaucracy, really, that works for one man throughout the city, and he can send an email and tell them how to vote on stuff. I don't know. I think you deserve better. I just do. I think term limits would stop what you're seeing right now. And that is, once again, why would I want a forensic audit? Because we just don't know anymore. There's no transparency anymore. Elect me, and there will be. Thank you.
Mr. Gregory.
Yes, I do believe that we need term limits. I would need at least 2 terms to do the kinds of things that the people have been telling me that they want done as we go door to door. I think the term limit is also important because of what I said earlier. When a person becomes a career politician, you make so many commitments, so many alliances and promises until what the people want often goes to the side. So I think if we can continue to have term limits, if we can have term limits and continue to have fresh and independent judgment to come to our city, I think that we'd be a much better place because we would open economic opportunities for all the citizens and not just a select few. Thank you.
Mr. Jones.
Here's a shocker. I too believe in term limits. But I want to be clear about something. I'm not running for mayor because I think Raleigh is a bad mayor. I'm running because I know I can be a better mayor. And you as the people of Charleston must believe there is better to be had. Raleigh has been leading us very well. But now it's the time for us to advance politically, socially, and economically. Raleigh has done all he can for the city. His best days are behind him. We as Charlestonians must believe there's better to be had. He often takes credit for so much of the good things that goes on in the city, but he needs to know a lot of the things that happen here happen in spite of him, not necessarily because of him. For example, there was an article in the Post-Security talking about this brain gain, all of these people moving into the area with colleges and universities, and the mayor took credit for that. I'm part of that brain gain. I graduated from Howard University, Columbia University, studied at Oxford University. Mr. Mayor, I didn't move here because of you. Let's be clear about that. His best days are behind him. It's time for us to do more. Thank you.
And Mr. Rowley.
If I have the honor of being reelected and able to serve you the next 4 years, when that is up, I will absolutely be in favor of term limits. The exact same term limit we have now. The term I hold is up the first week next January. I will continue to be mayor only if the voters of the city of Charleston go to the polls and elect me. We have term limits. It's not a false thing. I go to work every morning early, and I work very hard. And I feel enormous pressure and a sense of duty and responsibility to my citizens to be the best mayor I possibly can. And if during my time in office I was considering offering for re-election, I was working hard every day to be worthy of that, and to accomplish goals for my citizens. The best thing I think we can do is not have false limits, but make sure that the voters exercise the opportunity if someone's doing a good job to keep them, and if someone's doing a bad job to elect someone in their place. That's the best kind of term limit. That's what we have now. That's what I hope the city will have in the future.
We have a follow-up response request from Mr. Jones.
To say that no term limits are term limits is contradictory and borderline hypocrisy. Not only that, it completely contradicts what the founding fathers put in the Constitution, Mr. Mayor. You want to respond? Come on, use my mic. Use my mic.
The Constitution limiting the president to 2 terms was adopted in the 1940s after President Roosevelt had served 4 terms. It wasn't in the Constitution until the 20th century.
Please hold your applause.
Rest your case, man. You won. You won.
Once again, I want to emphasize the fact that he's contradicting it. Now, he's been around for so long. It's so hard for me to be mean to this man. Again, I want to say he's a good man and I love him. I just think I can be a better mayor. He represents the record player. I represent an iPod. Come on.
Thank you.